Hi everyone, this is a free clearing and today I am just connecting in and seeing whatever needs to come through, whatever needs to be cleared for you is cleared easily and effortlessly. So what we're going to do together is we're just going to connect in, do a little prayer of intention and see what is it that needs to be shifted or cleared or transformed for you right now today. So whenever you are listening to this, whenever you're interacting with this video is perfect. This is exactly when you need to receive this, whenever you need to listen to this. So let's just see what's coming up for today. So I'm just going to relax my body. I'm going to have you relax your body. Close your eyes, take a breath. I'm going to do the same. So I would like to call upon and invoke or bring forth the very highest vibration of source energy, which is love, to step into this clearing. I'd like to ask that all of the beings who are working with us come forward with ease, that any negative or limiting themes, challenges, choices, or programs that need to be clear easily and effortlessly, that I remain neutral and clear on behalf of anyone listening. And so it is. So I'm going to ask to please connect myself committee to listeners high self, myself listeners high self, or both. Is there any block today to receiving or benefiting from healing work, from this session, from me? No. How long will it take to apply the prep to work list to me, myself, listeners, their high self? No time, so let's apply it now. What is the lowest level of consciousness for anyone on my high self committee, everyone who is working with me? And where is my soul's consciousness or level of awareness on behalf of anyone listening? Lowest level of consciousness for anyone on listeners' high self. And soul's consciousness or level of awareness. So there's something that you're running that's knocking down or limiting your level of awareness, your level of consciousness. So where am I going to release this? This is about stress, struggle, feeling like you are in survival mode in some area of your life. So where are we going to release this? It's a program of exhaustion. So let's let that go. It's clear energies of feeling defeat, guilt, abuse of self, and loneliness. So let's look at this theme of survival mode. Feeling like you're always in survival mode, that it's something that you're dealing with in your day-to-day life, not necessarily through all areas of your life, but maybe one area in particular. Is this what we're looking at today? Yeah. Okay, so now let me just go back to where we were. Let's look at level of consciousness or awareness for listeners. High self, lowest level, and soul's consciousness or level of awareness. Okay, good. So that moved out. So let's look at where there's survival energy running. So what does that mean, survival energy? Where you feel like you're in fight or flight, where you feel like there's anxiety all the time, where it feels like there's panic. So for some of you, this is really happening in the area of money and income. For others of you, it could be related to your connection to your feeling of life meaning or purpose. For others of you, this may be related to wanting to change or make improvements, that it just feels like there's some kind of survival mode, suffering, there's not enough. You feel disconnected from source. You feel disconnected from the flow. So where are we going to start with this? Okay, so we're going to start with ancestral lineage programs related to hardship or struggle. There's an imprint through the lineage related to what? Slavery, helplessness, abuse, overwhelm, victimization, and moodiness. So let's release it. Where else is that located? Okay, so where else do the ancestral lineage? No. Now let's look at the next program. We're looking at soul family energies. So this is a good time to talk about this for a second. So you're connected to your ancestral lineage. You are connected to a soul family. You are connected to different group consciousness, you have a group at work, you have a group of friends, you may have other groups that you're associated with. We have the soul family energy. We want to look at wherever you're plugged into any type of group energy that's creating a kind of a looping pattern of a theme. And so where are we going? Now, what I'm hearing is for some of you, this may be friends that you're associated with who, whenever you get together, you're always talking about what's wrong, or it feels like you're always kind of bonding through your wounds or what's not working or stress or struggle. So we want to let this go because it's pulling you down, it's bringing you down, and it's creating a loss of focus on what's actually important. So let's release all the panic around this. Okay, where are we going? Let's clear all imprints that you're holding on behalf of your soul family, all imprints on behalf of any starseed family, all imprints on behalf of any genetic lineage. And then we have miscellaneous or other groups. So let's clear any imprints held on behalf of any other groups. I'm just going to let this clear for a moment, because there's a lot of energy that's moving out for you. Almost like difficulty feeling or experiencing your own authentic energy because you're getting pulled into or sucked into group consciousness, beliefs, perceptions, judgments, themes. So where else do we need to go? Okay, so what else? These are shared illusions. So let's look at shared illusions. Shared illusions based in what? Panic. Let's clear it. Where else are there shared illusions with others? So let's look at any vows, contracts, oaths, agreements, or obligations that you're holding to stay in the group energy or the group mindset that's blocking you from your own individual expression. It's creating this kind of a survival mode because of the stress and the struggle associated with it. So let's just release that for everyone. Of course, it's great to be connected to groups and to be a part of groups. It's great to be a part of community. But if there's a theme or an energy within these groups or communities that feels like it's really weighing you down or pulling you down or doesn't feel like it's a contribution, we want to be able to free you from this. So let's clear any guilt about being able to have a little break or step away if needed. You may not be needed. Let's clear abuse of self through loneliness. So what I'm hearing is it's either a kind of heavy or somewhat uncomfortable group energy, or I'm alone, I'm lonely. So let's clear any victimization around that story. Let's give everybody a boost. Where else is a belief that it either has to be a kind of disappointing group experience or loneliness? Let's release blocks to receiving and enthusiasm, love of self, and miracles. So where is there a block to connecting with group or community that is uplifting and joyful and energizing and creates more vitality in your day-to-day life? Okay, let's clear all self-punishment. Let's clear all replications, duplications. So this is where you may have energetic obligations on others to kind of pull you down. Can't be too happy, have too much energy. I need to come back down to earth, to reality. And so let's get rid of that. That's not helping you. So let's release any kinds of oaths, agreements, obligations on others to create an environment of frustration, of anxiety, of victimization, of hardship, of disappointment, to bring you down into reality. Let's just let this unwind for a moment. And let's release anyone from any kind of obligation to be the villain in your life. You don't need that. Let's clear overwhelm. Let's give everybody a boost. Where else does anyone who is listening have a fear of being out of survival mode, in an energy of empowerment. So what I'm hearing is, oh, if I'm empowered, I may be hurt or harmed or killed or targeted by others, even targeted through jealousy. So let's clear all pre-programming around that, clear dysfunction of mind, and clear genetic soul coding on that subject. Where else am I going? Let's clear all guilt related to feeling empowered, to feeling joyful. Let's clear any self-doubt. Let's clear any hardship. These kinds of guilt trips of how dare you be happy and joyful when there's so much suffering in the world. Well, you're being another person who is miserable and upset or in anxiety is not helping anyone. So let's clear any low self-esteem. Okay, let's clear blocks to faith and receiving, clear blocks to love, clear all blocks to freedom, freedom in expression, freedom to be joyful, freedom to be out of survival mode, freedom to be relaxed, to have comfort, to have vitality, to have optimism. This is what we want to bring in. So let's download that to everyone. Just as a side note, I want to pull this up for a minute because it's coming up. All of the vows, the contracts, the oaths, the agreements that you are holding to suffer or struggle with money, to always be in survival mode on the subject of money, let's release that. We might do a whole clearing around that next time, but while it's coming up now, I want to just address it. So let's clear all insecurity when it comes to dealings with money or income. Clear programs of abuse, clear programs of self-doubt, exhaustion, hardship, and panic. What else do I need to know about that? Let's clear all imprints of heartbreak. And let's go over to chart number 7. Let's apply grounding now to everyone's being. Any other blocks to being out of survival mode on any subject? Where else is the belief that if someone doesn't know exactly what it is that they want to do, they don't understand or necessarily know life meaning or purpose, that they have to be freaked out and anxious and in survival mode, running the hormones of stress? Clear rejection of self and clear energies of panic. Now, while we're on panic, let's look at panic. Where is it located? It's a fear program, and it's an imprint of abuse of self. It comes from a past life. The program is low self-esteem, anger, overwhelm, guilt, and panic. Is this enough to clear it? Let's release it. Okay, anything else about being in survival mode in any area of life? No. Any obligations to be in survival mode in order to not be a target for other people's jealousy? Yeah. So let's get rid of that. It's a victimization program, so let's release it that way. Is there any kind of vow or contract, oath, or agreement of victimization? Yes. Where is it being held? Clear it through body programs. Clear it through spiritual virus, self-punishment, etheric body out of balance. Clear all replications, duplications, rebuilding, and mirror images. Where else is anyone holding a belief that they need to stay in survival mode, running the hormones of stress in order to avoid other people's jealousy, other people's judgment, other people's envy? No. Is there a belief on any level that being in that survival mode, running the hormones of stress, somehow means that you are working harder, so you should be rewarded? Yes. So that's a very cultural thing. If I'm stressed out, if I'm in that energy of the hustle, 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 working really hard, collapsing at the end of the day, in an energy of survival, I have to make the numbers, then unless I'm doing that, I'm not really working hard enough. So let's get rid of that. That's not helping anyone. Clear guilt. Clear abuse. Clear frustration. Let's clear self-doubt, and let's clear exhaustion. Now, what we want to do to flip this around and to create more of a solution is it's not about releasing stress so that you're lying around all day napping, although some days that's great. What we really want to do is open up your connection with Source, open up your connection with your guides, the beings who are working with you, opening up your connection with life, the flow of life, so that you're able to receive manifestation of support, able to feel supported, able to feel like you're not alone. You don't need to be in survival. We want to kind of get rid of those lenses through which you're seeing life in survival mode and open it up so that you're open to receiving all of the good, all of the greater good that is available to you. So where's there a block to having that co-creative flow experience with Source? It's an energy of panic about it. It's like, if I receive through Source that way, isn't that cheating? Aren't I here to just kind of suffer and struggle, and then I'm judged once I die, and then, because I did the good struggling, the good hardship, the good fight, then I get to go to the kingdom of heaven. And so I just want to say, no, that's not what's coming up for you at all. It's about being here, being a creator, learning how to co-create, learning how to change how you're seeing things so that you're able to really bring through new manifestations in life, uplifting yourself, uplifting others. You're not here to suffer and struggle, then to die, and then to be judged. That's a really depressing paradigm, and no offense to anyone who believes that, but let's shift that for you so that you can have a different experience. So where are we going to shift this? Let's clear all overwhelm about the process of life. Let's clear any energies of loneliness. Now, some of this is ancestral lineage. So genetic lineage, really valuing struggling and survival mode and hardship. And of course, in the past, that was the reality for many people, and it's the reality for people now on the planet. And if you're listening to this, let's just change that for you and help you to be an example to others of a different way of being. Really pull you out of survival mode so that, like a chain reaction, you can help to pull other people out of the paradigm of survival mode. And that is the best case scenario. So where are we going to do that? We're going to clear all of the agreements of victimization. Let's give everybody a boost. Any blocks to the upliftment of self so that there can be upliftment of others? No. And is there any other belief here that I need to clear related to I need to suffer and struggle in life, and then I will be judged with a big thumbs up, and then I get to go to the kingdom of heaven? No. Is there a belief for anyone that they're blocked from this idea of the kingdom of heaven, or transitioning after they leave the body to a joyful or positive experience? Yeah, this is related to the fear of death, of transitioning and going someplace where you feel unwelcomed or where it feels like you're shamed. And so let's release all of the panic about this. And what I'm hearing to tell you is this is not the truth. It's just fear that you may be holding at the cellular level, keeping you in that energy of survival. So let's go ahead and let that go. Clear self-punishment, clear dysfunction of mind, and clear etheric body out of balance. You come from love, and when you decide to transition out of this physical body, you return to love. And there is no judgment or punishment in the vibration of love. So what else do we need to know about this? What's the accuracy, the completion, and the integration? Let's clear all self-punishment and any dysfunction of mind. Now, just to circle back, where else is anyone running energies of survival, themes of survival, being in The hormones of stress, no. And any remaining belief that anyone has to stay in survival mode in order to prove themselves to a higher power, no. So good, that feels a lot lighter to me. Is there anything that we still need to do? Yeah, we just want to download some energies. So let's download optimism and poise, purpose, self-esteem, faith, generosity, and energies related to sanity, clear thinking. Let's download understanding and trust, trusting yourself, trusting love. Okay, is there anything more to do? Is everyone happy with that? Is there anything left? No. So let's go ahead and apply the mop-up list. I want to thank myself, listeners, myself, everyone working with us, bringing forth light and eradicating darkness, limitation, and fear. And so it is. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to this clearing today, for allowing it into your space, for receiving it. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you again to everyone who has left comments or who has private messaged me. I love receiving your feedback, and I hope that you have a great rest of the week, and I'll be back next week with another free clearing. Bye for now.